Hey, Commanders Nation. Let's get straight to the point. Today, we have a crucial analysis of our team's recent performance, especially focusing on how opposing defenses have adjusted their strategies to contain the dynamic duo of Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin. If you're someone who gets excited about every snap and doesn't miss any detail, get ready, because what I'm about to tell you might change your perspective on the final stretch of the season. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and share this video with everyone. First, let's understand the situation. We're sitting at a 7-4 record, still in contention for the NFC East title, but recent losses have raised questions. Part of the reason might be the defensive adjustments opponents are making to slow down the connection between Daniels and McLaurin, which was essential to our dominant start. Have they found the formula to neutralize our offense? That's what we're going to talk about now. In recent weeks, McLaurin's production has taken a significant dip. We're talking about a player who's a yardage machine and is on track for another 1,000-yard season, but suddenly started facing difficulties making an impact. In the first 8 games, McLaurin averaged 72.4 yards per game. Now, in the last 3 weeks, that average has plummeted to 47.3 yards. Even more concerning, against the Giants and Eagles, he totaled just 19 and 10 yards, respectively. That's way too low for someone of his caliber. This drop in production isn't a coincidence. Opposing defenses are putting McLaurin under tight surveillance, doubling coverage, and forcing Daniels to look for other options. And this raises an important question. Are we ready to respond to this pressure? Because if we're not, we might see more struggles ahead. Jaden Daniels, our rookie quarterback, has also faced challenges. After an eye-catching start to the season, he suffered a rib injury against the Panthers, and this seems to have changed his game dynamics. Before the injury, Daniels was a true Swiss Army knife on offense, passing, running, and making a difference in every possible way. Now we're seeing a player who's completing only 59.5% of his passes in recent games and has almost abandoned running. Coincidence? Doesn't seem like it. In fact, for those following the numbers, the impact is clear. Before the injury, Daniels averaged 54 rushing yards per game, with 11 attempts per game. After the injury, less than 28 yards and only 7 attempts per game. And most alarming, no rushing touchdowns since week 4. Are we being too conservative, or have defenses found ways to limit what he can do? Another point we need to discuss is the upcoming matchup against the Cowboys. If you thought the challenge against the Eagles and Steelers was tough, wait until you see what Dallas has prepared. The Cowboys defense has the highest quarterback pressure rate in the league. They're fast, physical, and above all, know how to exploit any weakness. Daniels will need all the protection our offensive line can offer because any slip-up could be fatal. Speaking of which, are we underestimating the impact of this pressure on our rookie? Because let's be honest, a quarterback can only be as good as the protection he receives. And if Dallas manages to apply constant pressure, how much could that affect our chances of winning? I want to hear your opinion about this in the comments. On the other hand, there are reasons to believe. Our coach Dan Quinn said that Daniels is 100% recovered from the injury. If that's true, maybe what we're seeing is just part of a rookie's natural adaptation process. After all, defenses are adjusting to him, but what really matters is how he'll react to these adjustments. Are we about to witness an epic turnaround? Wouldn't it be incredible to see Daniels prove he's truly a superstar in the making? And we can't forget what McLaurin means to this team. He's the type of player who, even under tight coverage, can make a difference in one play. But for that to happen, we need to ensure he gets the right opportunities. Is the offensive scheme exploiting McLaurin's best qualities, or are we being too predictable? In the end, this final stretch will depend on how the team responds to challenges. Daniels and McLaurin are the heart of our offense. And if we can adjust our strategy to work around opposing defenses, we can still dream big. But if we don't make these adjustments quickly, what seemed to be a promising season might end in frustration. So, fans, now I want to hear from you. How do you think Daniels and McLaurin will perform against the Cowboys? And more importantly, are we ready to make the necessary adjustments and get back to winning ways? Leave your answer in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We have a lot to discuss in the coming weeks, and I want you here with me.